in between, there's a little bit of flex. So the tension pulling down on the head here, halfway between these two tension rods, is not as great as it is at the tension rods. So there's a little bit of variance in tension, which means there's a little bit of variance in pitch, which means the sound of a six lugger is not going to be as clean and pure, for lack of a better term, as say a 10-lug snare drum. And now we're getting into musical taste and personal taste and what sound you want. I like the fact that this isn't as pristine a tuning. It adds a certain warmth, a certain thickness to the sound that I like having as an option. The next step, we'll go back to C major, is to do it melodically, where we, instead of playing notes together, play one note at a time, a melody, one note at a time, hence playing it melodically. I'm going to do each pair. We have C and E together, D and F together. In each pair, I'm going to do, just as a starting point, the lower of the two notes first, followed by the higher of the two notes. Then I'll do D and F, E and G, F-A, etc., etc. I've put it together, smooth out the rhythm. I could start with the higher note. If you want to go one layer further, alternate. If I start with the lower note on the first pair, go with the higher note with the second pair. And you can use your imagination to come up with a bunch of different patterns that way. We usually play over a G minor or G minor ninth. This voicing, it's a B flat. Structurally, it's a B flat major seventh. So I've got my major third, minor third. Same things I just outlined in the C major seventh chord. So this is a fairly consonant kind of voicing. Even if I bring the D up the octave. Sounds great, sounds very pretty, but if I want to do something a little different, if I move the same notes around, so I've got the third, the fifth, I'm thinking G minor, third, fifth, seventh, and ninth. If I do it like this, that to me is a much more interesting voicing. What are the intervals we've got in it? We have a perfect fifth, we have another perfect fifth, we have a minor sixth, we have a minor third or a minor 10th, compound minor third extended by an octave. So these are all fairly consonant intervals, but in the middle, and we got another minor sixth. In the middle of all those consonant pretty intervals, we got this. Which is, I love that. That's that little bit of garlic in the recipe. So in the midst of this very pretty voicing, you hear that grind. Recently picked up my most recent cymbal, 1980s Sound Creation, New Dimensions, Medium Dark Ride. You need a program for some of these cymbal names. Peisty, by the way, those of you who don't know Sound Creations. Lovely cymbal. It's going to be one of my go-to cymbals. But reflecting on it, it just occurred to me, the money that I've spent over the years acquiring new gear and different gear and trying this and selling this, would that time and energy have been better spent, I don't know, taking some lessons, just working on my playing? Because one thing I've noticed is that as your playing gets better, the instruments you already have sound better as a result. You play them better, your sound gets better.